into the top 6 these games to come. It's the 4th of 8 in a row at home. Narmiento does provide spark off the bench. All 3 of his goals this season have come in the second half. There is 3 goals that he scored so far in the A-League, and a powerful left foot. He's set up to cut some crosses over from that left-hand side with that wand of a left foot. But here's Timmins. Economides back on the right-hand side. Oh, great ball. Rolly just misses it. Bramwell was the one attacking it.
Good start from Perth Glory.
Here's Narmiento. Corner.
Really good start. Fantastic balling from Economides. Narmiento takes it up from the other side as well. Wins his team a corner. Exceptional young player. It's so important to have that finished product, especially when you've got a team who's sitting back.
Narmiento's ball. It's not quite up to standard.
Decent cross in, but poor corner. Yeah, when you've got a team that's sitting back like that, they want to be no finished product. Well, they want you to lose the ball cheaply so they can hit you on the counter. When you start putting crosses in, putting balls into the pockets, they've got to turn one way, turn the other. It starts to get a little bit more difficult then.
Fornaroli can't control that one. 50-50. Ansell starts showing. He's gone. Straight red.
Silly, really.
It was caught in no man's land, the ball. Ansell decided to leave his feet, leave the stud showing, catching his opponent, and he's got to go.
Really, really silly. I think we all know about the same thing, Nick. There's no intent there. But in this day and age, you just can't do that. Poor control. When you're sliding like that, it's dangerous.
They are happy with it.
Yeah, 100%. Excessive force, dangerous, and really uncalled for.
The message hasn't got through. The VAR are happy with it. He's not left the field yet. I think the checkmate might save him. It is checkmate indeed for Nick Ansell's afternoon. Callum Timmins is still down. Put him flush on the foot.
See, look.
Whoosh.
Wow. Do not want to see tackles in our game like that. You know, he's lost control of the ball as well. Once you lost control of the ball like that in that type of situation, you're best standing on your feet. Real opportunity now here for Perth Glory. Nothing much will change for he's in trouble here, the young boy.
It's about 4 million bones in the foot. Hopefully it hasn't caused real damage to one of them, but he can barely move at the moment. Yeah, Callum Timmins.
Doesn't look like that he'll be continuing.
Just again the discipline for victory. Elvis Campsover picking up those 2 quick yellow cards against Sydney FC when they were setting up nicely and trying to nullify Sydney FC. Gets sent off after 32 minutes. Adama Traore losing his mind, which he's still suspended for. This is the last of his suspension after getting sent off after half an hour in the 7-0 demolition derby. Now Brandon Wilson is going to replace Callum Timmins. So like for like.
Nothing much will change with victory in terms of the way they're going to defend and try to hit on the break. Because they're one man down from it. But now for Perth Glory, we say it all the time, even so you see Anderson's going to come on for victory. I wonder who will make way.
Campsover.
There you go. But Perth Glory now, they're going to recognise as soon as they possibly can. The team with the 10 men will leave a certain player. Who that player will be, and then you get a player like Castro, one of your best ball players, into that position, or as close to that position as you possibly can, so they get as much ball as they possibly can. They need to be patient, and they even need to be even more thinking about spreading the pitch out wide. That's just a poor tackle.
Here is Timmins. So he goes on his foot. Brandon Wilson was all set to come on, and then Timmins said, no, I'll give him one more crack. Lamy trying to get past Daryl Latchman. Ready. Down a cul-de-sac there then. Really got caught out. So the tactics won't change too much for Melbourne victory. It's just that they got one less man to kind of spring forward with.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Thanks. Just doing my sums there with those red cards, Pozza.
I know, this happened to be joking with you.
After a while, spending enough time with you, I do tend to sometimes zone out. Here's Castro. Bramwell, oh, lovely. Castro trying to walk it out. There's the goal. Bruno's drought is over. Perth Glory take the lead.
And to make it even worse, Melbourne victory. Within 5 minutes of having a player sent off, Perth Glory take the lead. What an uphill battle will be for them right now. Superb play from Castro. Lovely little intricate pass. Bramwell as well, and a good finish from Fornaroli. Deserved goal for Fornaroli. He's actually been playing quite well in these games that he hasn't scored, but he knows as a goal scorer that's his #1 job. And maybe what Richard Garcia said at half-time in terms of they just need that little bit of confidence. Sometimes players need to see it for themselves. As we saw Western Sydney Wanderers last week, seeing it for themselves, beating Sydney. He saw the difference last night. Maybe we'll see the floodgates open in terms of Perth Glory being their true selves.
Bruno Fornaroli, his 9th goal of the campaign, but 702 minutes after his 8th. Butterfield to Justed. And they hit back straight away here, Victory. Cruz.
It's time to do it.
Straight into Otter, corner.
Good defending from Otter as well. See where his hands were. All the way behind his back. No chances.
Down to Jamie Harnwell in a moment for his thoughts on the opening drama of this second half. Brimmer's corner. Good one. Oh, what a chance for young Aaron Anderson off the bench.
Brimmer's corners have been phenomenal all afternoon. That one was no different. Not far off at all.
Here's the goal.
Superb play. And Bramwell plays his part. Look at this. Superb. And Castro as well. Very unselfish.
Gloria able to play through Fornaroli, who copped a bump, who got played up to him. He brought in Castro and out to Economides. Tries to drop the shoulder on Butterfield and also Broxham. Economides does well. It's just beyond him though. There's Dylan Ryan over to help out. Maybe with the flick on. Was it really needed? Not sure. Castro leaving it to where he thought Economides was. We're back to Acton, who just clears. Just does really well. Brimmer. It's misguided one to Cruz. Down to Jamie Harnwell. What are your thoughts on, firstly, the send-off and how Perth Glory have put the foot down since?
Yeah, I mean, the send-off, it's a reckless challenge, isn't it? I don't think there was any intent. That certainly wasn't the case. He's stretching. It's unfortunately, you just can't tackle like that anymore. I think 15, 20 years ago, you'd get away with it because you've won the ball, but certainly the game's changed since then. And then the goal is, it's a double whammy for victory. A lovely move from Perth Glory, and Bramwell's touch for a young player as well was superb and deserves a lot of credit for that. And you could see the delight from Bruno Fornaroli and how much that means to him to finally get that goal and break that duck.
It was Castro-esque from Bramwell, and here is Castro. Double the advantage. Really intelligent ball to Bramwell, straight at Acton.
Decent save from Acton.
More of that coming Victory's way if they allow Diego Castro the time on the ball that he was just afforded. Armiento, early cross, Economides. Oh, what a finish and what a goal. And Perth Glory have doubled the advantage early in this second half.
Here they go. What a fantastic ball in from Armiento. And just as good a finish from Economides. Have to have a look at that come through a crowd of players. As if not, I think Acton will be disappointed with it. But superb play. Exactly how you play against a team that's down to 10 men. Put them under pressure. Win the ball back and get it straight back in. Finished product. Look at this. Behind him. Superb ball in. Like I said, I don't think it touched anyone. I think Matty Acton will be disappointed. It's near post. Yep.
Hit point finish from Chris Economides, and just the amount of power that Armiento has in that left peg, because he's twisting his whole body around.
Yeah, that's one of the hardest skills in football, running at the ball and crossing it.
It's a lovely goal for Chris Economides. Fantastic to have him back playing at the top level after his ACL injury. Time for Perth to fill their boots. They should be thinking to themselves to get as many goals as they possibly can. Has that got that kind of vibe about it? Well, it has, but I was just saying exactly the same I was thinking about with Western Sydney Wanderers last night. You know, because the competition is so close, goal difference is going to be worth a point. So there's no time to be feeling sorry for the opposition or to let up. I think you need to score as many goals when you've got the opportunity as you possibly can. They definitely have an opportunity here to put 4 or 5 on. For Lamy, meantime, going to hit one hit back for Victory. Broxham looks to go back to Brimmer. Lamy. This cross finds no one except the ball boy. That's what it means to the live ladder. So it does compress things points-wise for Perth Glory, but speaking about Boz's point there, it's -6 at the moment, which ain't going to cut it if they're tied with anyone above them in the near future. So put your foot down and get back to -3 or 4. 100%. Or better. You've got Western United on Wednesday and Western Sydney Wanderers next Sunday. So would you say, Boz, if it's not 9 points from a possible 9, including this one, for the next 3 games, it's lights out for Perth Glory? Yeah, I would. Okay. Well, Newcastle Jets will be loving this result as well, because it keeps Melbourne Victory within sight. Newcastle, if they win the spoon, it's their 4th wooden spoon. It's a record in the A-League era. Melbourne Victory, meantime, it would be a complete disaster. Their first ever. Teams 9 to 12. Finishing order in this year's A-League will have to play off for spots in the FFA Cup later this year. Timmins cracking a line, intelligent ball from Castro. Ignores the one left and looking to guide it. Fast stick. Acton was always likely to cover that one, given the pace behind the shot from the young midfielder. Yeah, tried to pass the ball in the back of the net. Sometimes they can be very difficult for a goalkeeper to save. But again, running with the ball. Far off at all. Done well today, Timmins. No Kilkenny next to him. Massive responsibility. He's done well. Instead, touch to bring it down. Finds through. Turns on Armiento. The ball into Lamy. Promising build-up here for Victory. Justed chips it over to Broxham. They get a corner. For Lamy once again, doing his best as he can do. Come a little bit more towards the centre after the send-off. Broxham wins the corner. Good opportunity for Melbourne Victory to take a bit of a breather as well. And the quality this man's been putting in all afternoon, thinking to themselves, look, let's get back in the game here, let's score. Here's Brimmer. Really attacking it in a white shirt. Economides was the one to head it away. Drew out to Butterfield. Steins being ready. Looks like Andy Keogh as well for Glory. Rowley wins that one, and Economides can go the other way. Beats one. Back to Bruno. And Castro. Newell's Armiento to his left for now. Economides looking for a double.
Play from Broxham. Substitution time.
Yeah, so fresh legs for Richard Garcia. And Andy Keogh, speaking of goal droughts, well, Bruno Fornaroli, it was 702 minutes that his goal drought ended. Diego Castro to make way, a heavy run of games, so saving the legs of Diego Castro. This season, Andy Keogh has played 952 minutes of A-League football and unfortunately has yet to find the back of the net. Perth Glory's...
You missed that, didn't you?
A-League leading scorer.
So Castro was coming off. He's putting the captain's armband onto Fornaroli. And then Fornaroli's number went up as well.
So who have they given it to?
I don't know. Liam Reddy. I want to see you now run across the other side of the pitch and give it to Liam Reddy.
There's the goal for Bruno, set up by his good mate Diego.
They've both done well.
You can talk about how great the moment it was on the bench next to each other now and rest up ahead of Western United's visit on Wednesday night.
So any person that's watching saying, why are you taking off them two? Yes, they have been two of their best players, but there's a big game coming up on Wednesday and a big game coming up the following Sunday. And Richard Garcia will be thinking to himself now, the 3 points are pretty much safe. We don't want to risk any injury. We don't want to risk any of them getting sent off. We want them fresh. There's a West United coming on Wednesday night. Huge game for both teams.
Down to Jamie Harnwell in a moment about young Daniel Steins. We'll just watch this build up for Glory. Timmins, Keogh an early touch. For Steins, intelligent player he is.
Good ball from Keogh.
Economides. Bramwell. Keep it under control. Gives Cruz a shove in the back. Probably Cruz cannot quite believe that he hasn't got a free kick there. Economides. Steins. Electing to stand it up.
The option he had.
Over the head of a giraffe, that one. Here's Cruz. Butterfield. Looking to release. Just lovely ball. Just fighting with it. And Aspro does enough to get across. Stop that one. And he can play out. And down to Jamie Harnwell. Daniel Steins is a great story, Jamie, in the sense that he was signed with Perth. He badly damaged the hamstring and then had to go back to NPL land, went over to Victoria and played a bit, and here he is. And he showed a bit in the Champions League. He can be an important player in the run-in.
Yeah, he sort of burst onto the scene. I think it was an FFA Cup game, scored a great goal in the early part, and somewhat of a surprise, really, that he was let go by Perth Glory. You're right, having to fight his way back first in Victoria and then in WA, but another exciting young WA product who's finally getting the chance he probably deserves and will be an important player for Perth Glory, hopefully for years to come.
Economides' cross is met by Rue. Storm Rue actually played a game for Perth Glory before he went to Central Coast Mariners. That one all the way back in 2012-13. Switched off here. Victory. Steins can run it in. Little cross. His ball looking for back stick. And again, important header. Another corner though.
Holding on again. Melbourne Victory. Great ball in from Steins. Call them goal balls.
Timmins. The look of accomplishment on your face when you just relayed that message there was...
Wasn't it? What about when I said ruminate? That was my best.
It's like you finished a Rubik's Cube in about 3 seconds. You were so happy with yourself.
I never finished a Rubik's Cube in my whole life.
Why am I not surprised?
I don't know. Oh.
Substitution coming.
Yep.
It's... that change that was going to happen about 10 minutes ago, and Callum Timmins had Nick Ansell go straight through him, and his night is done now. It's an impressive performance from Timmins, who started 3 of the first 4 games for Perth Glory this season. Hasn't quite got a consistent run of games since, but he's done his job this evening, and Brandon Wilson comes on like for like.
Yep. Good that he didn't have to come off straight after that tackle. I was a bit concerned about him.
He's sore in the morning, I dare say.
Yeah, he will be, but he's been excellent tonight. Like I said, it's without Neil Kilkenny next to him, guiding him. We're very proud of his efforts.
Ryan battling to win that header ahead of Bramwell, but it only goes straight to Steins, and Perth can go forward again. Keogh, simple ball, Steins, out to Economides. Doesn't quite meet Bramwell in the centre because Dylan Ryan was in the way.
Superb defender from Dylan Ryan, as that was a goal.
Armiento dare say that this is going to have some vicious work on the ball.
One would think.
Keogh looping around the centre. Armiento's ball is met by Acton's right fist. Otter. Straight back to Keogh. Assesses it. Seeing all the way to Economides. One-on-one with Lamy, who's doing well enough so far. Good header from Ryan.
Good header, but super play from Economides. It's going to be a long 30 minutes or so for Melbourne victory.
Oh, yeah. Otter. Bodnar. New position for Luke Bodnar this afternoon. And so he's done his job quite well in the centre of the park for Perth. Economides has a lash with his left foot. And speaking of the centre of the park, this was an interesting one when the ins and outs dropped yesterday. That's Neil Kilkenny behind the fence and the mask. Jason Guerrier to his right, who's out with a bit of a niggle. Could be right, Guerrier, for Wednesday. But Kilkenny, it just said not selected. Now, usually when those team lists come out, you get the reason why they're not in, but it just said not selected. A bit of a mystery as to why Neil Kilkenny is playing no part in this one. We'll have to get word from Perth Glory after the game. Maybe Richard Garcia can shed some light on it.
Well, I would have thought because of the program that they've got coming up, he probably wasn't going to start him today, so he'd probably keep him fresh rather than have him on the bench. That's what I would have thought, but it could be something more. You don't even know. We'll get the opportunity. We'll ask Richard.
Armiento one way and the other. Crew's doing his job defensively there to help out Stormaroo. Stead does well. To Butterfield. He's got 3 for company and wins a foul.
There is one circumstance that I won't ask Richard that question after the game. If he ends up losing this game.
Well, that was a positive way of looking at why Neil Kilkenny wasn't playing, and an extremely negative way of looking at why Richard Garcia won't be answering that question after the game. We'll find out.
Figure it out. You can ask him. I'm not going to ask him. If they lose, which at this moment doesn't look quite likely. You never know in football.
You never know. Rue. Get one here, Victoria. Put the shivers down Perth Glory's spine. Brimmer on the end of that and winning a corner with the positive run.
Good defending from Wilson. And well done to Melbourne victory. Not easy when you're down to 10 men, which they have been. Over 10 minutes now. Defending and defending to summon up the energy to go forward as well, but they've done it. Brimmer has been outstanding this afternoon.
It's the corner. It's a good one. Keogh's there. Rue just Stead looking to get under it from Amy, and before he could get the shot off, Wilson swept the ball away.
2 great interventions from Wilson, that one and just the one before.
Brimmer. Oh, he finds the channel. Robbie Cruz in on goal, given a little shove by Armiento. Put him off balance well enough for Perth Glory to avert a problem.
Well done to Liam Reddy, but 2 superb balls there. Butterfield and then Brimmer. Like I said, Brimmer, who's been outstanding this afternoon. Cruz through on goal, but Liam Reddy, once again, important save. It's like you just said, Adam. that, you know, you're winning 2-0.
Here's Keogh thinking about having a go, but his ball to Economides sees it all fall down, or the momentum at least. But Economides has it at his feet for Bodnar. Keogh. Steins.
Yeah, winning 2-0 with 20 minutes or so to go. Pretty much cruising, and all of a sudden, the 10 men score a goal.
Armiento with the ball at his feet, and as soon as Carlo got the ball, Chris Economides put his hand up to say, pick me out again for a second time. It's possible. Here's Steins and Armiento. Wilson.
Needs to be wider.
Starting position wider.
Wider.
And, yeah, running diagonally.
Yeah. Making it easy for victory.
Got some blood, do we? No, we've just got a straight up substitution. So Dane Ingham, a player who can play the right back or play in midfield as a winger as well.
He can play up front with his pace.
Goal scoring ability that we've seen. Kieran Bramwell. It's a good afternoon for him. Here's this chance, Bozza, for Robbie Cruz.
Like I said, fantastic ball from Brimmer. Armiento does really well as well. Just nudges him just enough. Just to put a bit off balance. Would have been interesting to see if Cruz had gone down after that nudge, what the officials would have said about it.
Never seen a player win a penalty after keeping his feet.
No. So, I mean, Armiento just got it right. And then Liam Reddy. And you look back, if they do go on to win this game, which they should do, say Liam Reddy, the value, like I said, of having a goalkeeper playing well.
Here's Steins. Early shot. It's a clever play from Economides over on that far side. He knew he was offside, but he protected the ball for a teammate. Armiento 1-2 with Keogh. There's an opportunity here for Ingham to make an immediate impact, and his ball is just in front of everyone.
Close, not close enough. Ingham, with hindsight, maybe he'll look to take a touch there and just look for the bottom corner.
And Keogh encroaching. Armiento. Steins. Economides looking to place it. Just wide. Wins a corner.
Super play from Steins, though. Just watch him shape for the shot and play the pass.
He never looks rushed.
When you're in that final third, that's where you need those little things. The movement of the ball. Feint to do one thing, do another. Just watch this. Look at that. Dylan Ryan. Yeah, Dylan Ryan, sorry. Once again, right place, right time.
Armiento's corner. Another one for glory. Ooh. Ooh. Kicked it to the moon.
Set move.
Cruz. Yeah, carry it from the danger zone of where the ball has been for the majority of this second half as far as Melbourne victory is concerned. Their own defensive final third. Ryan. Economides trying to block the lane. Let's get down to Jamie Harnwell. What's the environment like down on the Melbourne victory bench? They've had setback after setback this season. Is it one of, oh, here we go again?
Yeah, it's a little bit despondent, I suppose you could say. There's certainly still some hope that they can get something out of this game. They're still encouraging and getting players to work, but certainly the chance that Robbie Cruz had a little bit earlier was crucial for them to get back to try and do something across this, and it's not really been Robbie Cruz's night either, with the challenge right in front of the bench.
And he cops that one as well, the late ankle tap from Brandon Wilson. But he goes into the book for telling Kurt Eames where to go. it is on Robbie. Way through from Wilson. It's Don Wilson, boss. Do you know who he's eligible for to play international football for? Just one of my favourites.
You've got this, haven't you? All right, can I start with continents first and then work my way down?
Africa.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
All right.
Brimmer, while you have a think.
All right. Okay. I'll start off with South Africa.
No, we're not going to move through. You've said South Africa. It's actually Botswana.
Oh, okay.
Where he spent some of his youth.
Where are they ranked in the world? 480?
Out of 200, I'm not sure. And Victory just clinging on here and providing a little bit of nuisance value. As you well know, Mark, I won't bring up the occasion, but 2-0 can get decidedly uncomfortable if one split-second moment goes wrong.
Yeah, it can do. No doubt about that. Only one big difference this time. Iran went down to 10 men. Melbourne Victory are. But you made the good point before, and that's what I was saying with that Robbie Cruz. I thought it was an important save. And well done from Armiento as well, just to put him off a little bit, because this, from a psychological point of view, you think, hang on a minute, we're in total control here. You know, we're taking off our best players, looking forward to Wednesday night, yet it's still only 2-1. Regardless of the fact we're playing against 10 men, could be 89th minute, and all of a sudden Melbourne Victory got a corner, and you think, you know, they scored, it's that disaster. And in terms of the league position and everything, they will not recover.
Good ball from Justed to Lamy, back to Justed, who can turn and shoot, and it's a really good effort, and it had Liam Reddy more than worried.
That it did. You know, I was actually waiting for it to hit the back of the net. Really good play. Haven't played that bad tonight, Melbourne Victory. Just I keep telling you, Adam, about the men and moments. Ooh. And unfortunately for them, not only tonight but all season, there's been men at certain moments have either made the wrong decision or made a mistake or not scored. So important. Perth Glory, like you said, just going to be a bit wary here. This is not as if it's 3 or 4, it's only 2.
Economides, time to turn. Have a go. Straight at Acton, though. Economides' best performance since returning from injury.
Needs to work on his shooting, though.
Well, goal was okay, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was. Some of the other shots of that, you've got to be doing better. That was a volley. Even though volley's a hard skill, no doubt about that. The pace is created by the fact that it is a volley.
Lamy was the first one fouled in that little exchange.
Starting to cramp up a bit, I think.
Yeah. Running, it's just his 5th game back. Economides after that 14-month layoff. Brimmer. Broxton creates something here on the left-hand side, Victory. Brimmer, oh, lovely little against the grain ball, looking for Cruz or Justed.
Doesn't deserve to be on the losing side, Brimmer. He's been outstanding this afternoon.
Ex-Victory player, Jake Brimmer, who scored a late double.
Ex-Perth player.
Ex-Perth player. All right. Yeah. Here's Cruz. Big chance for Victory here. Left foot. Oh, rattles the woodwork. He didn't know much about it. But Rudy Justed has scored a goal and got Victory right back in it.
And there we go. Exactly what we've been talking about. Another fantastic ball from Brimmer. Really good play from Cruz. Justed gets the rebound in. Super play from Cruz here. Backs himself on his weaker foot. And good reflexes from Justed. But once again, it was Brimmer with the through ball. Perth got to be a little bit careful here. Just spoke about it. You could feel it, sense it.
A big frame of Rudy Justed coming in handy right there. There's a lot to hit, and it hit his thigh.
We asked Jamie Harmwell about how's the Melbourne Victory bench. I'd love us to go down and ask him now how the Perth bench are.
Let's do that right now. Is it a few jittery legs and jittery coaches down there, Jamie Harmwell?
Well, there is now. Richard Garcia and Steve McGarry were screaming at Chris Economides in the lead up to that to try and block the fullback, which is exactly where that that Melbourne Victory move came from, but certainly a bit more nervous, and the crowd has gone very silent as well.
What do they do here, in your opinion, Jamie? Do they do this, recycle possession, not try and thrust forward into the final third at every opportunity, or do they keep going the way they were?
I think they've got to keep being positive. The worst thing you can try and do now is just try and kill a game off with still 10+ minutes to go. Victory are going to come out and try and squeeze and press things.
Here's a chance. Keogh. Snapshot. Still looking for that goal, Andy.
Super play again from Steins, but that was a wonderful opportunity. And I'm with Jamie. I think they should go and try to kill this game off. You never quite know. Like I said before, Victory had scored. You know, I said if they had scored, and then all of a sudden, you know, 92nd minute, can you imagine? Yeah, and they get a corner.
Jake Brimmer with the corner. Yeah.
These corners have been exceptional this afternoon. He's been exceptional this afternoon.
Could be something else for Melbourne Victory. The way that Perth Glory got opened up there in transition, and Robbie Cruz, a lovely run.
I'll tell you what, you've got to hand it to him. Easiest thing in the world, the fact that there's no relegation, and, you know, it doesn't really matter to them other than their personal pride. Quite easy to give this game up.
Here he goes again, Robbie Cruz, and
tackle.
Having to stretch.
Yeah, they're showing great character.
Dane Ingham, and here is this corner. One of a few perhaps coming Perth Glory's way defensively in these final 10 minutes. To reiterate, if Perth Glory don't win this, it's mission impossible to get into the top 6. It's still going to be very hard if they get 3 points, but first things first, if they don't wrap these 3 up, it's see you later. Brimmer, good looking corner, but
good take from Liam Reddy.
Reddy is there.
Decent looking corner, like you said, but it was his worst in terms of the quality he's had all afternoon. 10 or so minutes we've got on our hands here.
Massive.
You see in Victory, can't you? Look at him. They've got a new lease of life. Suddenly you see Steve Keane down there on his feet.
The chest down from Brimmer to Butterfield, and maybe a lot of space here down this left-hand side. That's where they're operating. Falami, dangerous one for Liam Reddy. Really hard to handle in front of him, bouncing away. Did well in the end to just parry to safety.
A lucky Perth Glory that just said didn't anticipate that. What a wake-up call that is. And look at Richard Garcia. He's on his feet too. Completely different emotions. One's up thinking in terms of Steve Keane, we can do this. The other one's up thinking, what's going on here? And he's made all these 5 subs as well.
Glory just trying to stay calm. Keogh, smart play to Ingham. Keogh again. All of a sudden, it doesn't look like 11 v 10. Latchman, intelligent run into space. Dale going to have a go himself, is he? No. Gives it up to Steins, who completely mishits his shot. Victory getting a bit cute here to try and play out. Dangerous, but in the end it falls to Butterfield. He releases Cruz again, and all he wants to do, Robbie, at the moment is run and run directly. Falami can get on the end of this. Justed's in the middle. Chance for Victory.
Chance.
Ben Falami with his right foot. In the way was Brandon Wilson all the way back there. Cruz, positive again. Outstanding from Robbie Cruz, the veteran Socceroos, trying to lift Victory to something out of nothing in this one.
And outstanding for Victory. And we know, we said at half-time, one of the little traits that we've picked up since Steve Keane has taken over is they do finish very strongly. And they're doing that, and with 10 men. He knows he got a real chance here.
Bring the ball back!
Bodnar, Wilson. Just trying to restore a bit of calm here. Glory, there's a bit of frustration from the crowd. Go forward, go forward. Not sure if they want to, because every time they go forward, Victory just try and hit them on the break as quickly as possible.
Crowd, players, staff, they're worried. Very worried. From seemingly unassailable position. They've got 10 minutes or so where there's going to be nail biting.
About as nervous as a kitten, plonked in the middle of a gang of pit bulls at the moment, Perth Glory.
Marvellous.
That's a sight for you.
That's another one. I'll write that one down and bring it up with you.
Steins is caught,
Yep.
and Hams pays the free kick.
He was late. The right decision.
It's very quiet and nervy. Garcia and McGarry, his assistant, Steve McGarry, former Perth Glory player, on their feet, barking instructions, organisation key, concentration. One of your big elements, Boz, about a game of football, especially late on. Steins can turn and cause damage. Economides can kill it off here, perhaps. He's bumped off it by Butterfield fairly in the eyes of the referee.
Great defending from Victory.
And again, they go down this left-hand side. They've picked a weakness here, perhaps late in this game with Darryl Latchman. Or
Well, they want Latchman to come out to right back because that's not his natural position. That's what they're trying to do. Overall, he's done a good job, but like I said, it's not his natural position. Good defending from Aspro.
What's the vibe like pitch side, Jamie Harnwell?
Very nervous, as you can well imagine, Adam. There's a fair bit of, especially with the members behind me as well, they're urging the players to go forwards. They're very static when Glory do go forwards now. There is a lot of nerves at play with these players.
Armiento trying to win a foul, but wins a throw-in. Yeah, reminder though, they've not forgotten how to win. Still probably remember it. It's just been a while for Perth Glory. The fact that over a 12-game period going into this one, they won just one of them. That was against Newcastle, and that was a nervy occasion as well because they got a player sent off. It is a throw-in, not a free kick. Last win, March 27, here at HBF Park. Glory scoring late goals hasn't been their thing in their last 9. They've scored none in the last 15 minutes in the last 9 games.
It's a foul. Take their time with this. It's Brimmer.
Looks like we're being told the 5-minute mark will be time added on at this stage, minimum of. Economides trying to be positive. Armiento's offside. Got that wrong. What did Victory do? Just belt it forward quickly? Yeah, Acton's going to come across and probably look for Justed, you'd say.
Not quickly. Got to make sure everyone's up there.
Yeah. Undefeated in 5. Melbourne Victory against Perth.
It's been over 2 years since Perth have beaten them.
That little factor comes into play. You can notice it's not the reason for the nerves, but Justed looking to get on the end of Brimmer's through ball, but Aspro is there, and Otter and Armiento, no time on it. Butterfield closed him down quickly.
He's done well in the second half as well, Butterfield, especially when they've gone down to 10 men. So important. Somebody in there can press the ball like he can as well.
Wins a free kick, so an opportunity to launch one into the 18-yard box for Jake Brimmer. I don't think they're going to take it quickly somehow.
It's going to be dangerous. Stay as further away from their goal as they possibly can, Perth Glory, and make sure they've got people around for second balls.
Didn't quite get that one right, Jake Brimmer. Latchman's the one to head it away. Broxham back to him. Looking to knot it down to someone, but no one was within QE.
How important is that penalty save? Look now from Liam Reddy.
Oh. Asif.
Marvellous.
Otter. Aspro, so pushing bodies up here defensively, Victory. Try and force Glory into a mistake. Ryan does really well. Cruz, another forward run to create. Justed attacking it. Aspro held his ground.
Brave defending from Aspro. Great play once again from Cruz. he may not feel that way because of the missed penalty and a few other little frustrating incidents, but I think he's been very good as well.
Stein slipped over but did enough to keep the ball going in the direction of Armiento. Just got a bit of indecision, so he has a go himself, high and wide.
Got to hit the target there on that wonderful left foot of his.
So it is 5. Plenty of time for Melbourne victory.
They'll get another chance, a good one too. You watch.
Broxham, for the moment, has swapped positions with Jacob Butterfield, who's getting his breath back at left back, and Cruz in behind the side of Latchman.
Brave from Liam Reddy. A good play. Had the courage of his convictions to play it down the middle there at this stage of the game.
Glory, can they play a bit of keep ball and take some precious seconds off the clock? Seems ridiculous. At home, 2-1 up against 10 men, but that's the situation we find ourselves in. The dying stages of this must-win game for the home side. Latchman, Keogh, Wilson. So happy to just stand off at the moment, Victory. And
they've got to summon up every ounce of energy they've got left in their body, Victory, to start to come out and try to close this down, or else Perth are just going to play like this for the next 3.5 minutes.
Armiento.
Got it back.
And they can launch now off the goal kick. Acton. Will they try and play out?
3 minutes and 10 seconds.
Acton cuts through that one. And Lee Broxham did well to control it. Back to Ryan. Cruz. Imagine it's going to come through Robbie Cruz. Something is to be got from this game for Victory.
Well, this man here, Falami, has been outstanding.
He's got... There's a Dane Ingham hassling him into an error with the ball, and Economides stretching his legs. Anderson doing well.
Done well since come on, Anderson. Precious seconds go by.
Yes, Anderson will be involved in the next one with Nick Ansell a looming suspension. MacArthur away is Melbourne Victory's next game. Western United at home here on Wednesday is Perth Glory's next assignment. Otter. Lovely ball over to Steins and or Armiento. It's the former. Armiento wanted that ball at his feet. Just need to keep it here, Glory. Nothing outlandish. 2 more minutes of the minimum of 5 to get through.
He's done the right thing there. No, Keogh's done the right thing there. Regardless of the reaction from the crowd, he's done exactly the right thing. Look at the position he's in now. Come back out. Come back out and go the other way. This is too important for Perth.
Crowd's desperate for a third. Is it Economides to provide or grant their wish? Doesn't work for Victory. Ryan couldn't find Butterfield.
Perth Glory just need to keep the ball. Keep the ball. It's too important, these 3 points, to risk it.
The 90 seconds to withhold Victory with the ball. Perth Glory. Imagine that Keogh will be looking for the corner here.
Well,
he's got through Brimmer. Now he's got the chance to ice the game. Andy Keogh goes for goal. Anderson just heaves it clear. Wilson will have a go. Blocked by Ryan. Corner.
Well done there, Perth Glory. Right when the gun was to their head. 2-1. They needed cool heads. They found them all over. Now they've got a corner. More valuable seconds. Victory just got to try to, like I said, summon up all the energy they possibly can. Get up the oven in that park. They're going to hold us in the corner.
Yep.
Have to get around them. Have to go around them.
Steins it is. Flips it over the top. Armiento. So if they can get it forward quickly here, Victory, perhaps the chance. Rudy Gested has to hold off about 4 of them. It's like an old country in Western.
Oh, well.
Or just a Western where he's walked into the wrong saloon there, Rudy. He had plenty of enemies around him, and unfortunately for him, couldn't bring the helper into play there.
To be fair, after going down to 10 men, it looked as though it could be 4 or 5. They've done themselves and their club proud tonight, victory.
So the minimum of 5 is up. And there's not much more than that. And Perth Glory get a really important win.
What a relief.
Not convincing in the end, but 3 points that they gratefully receive and move on with to get themselves up to 22 points. Now 5 points in arrears of Wellington Phoenix, the closest team to them. And they're now 9 points off 6th spot with all these games to come at home. This is the 4th of 8 in a row. The next one against Western United at home. Then after that, next Sunday here against Wanderers. And then Adelaide. 3 mammoth games on the horizon for Glory. But they're back to winning ways. It's been just 1 win in their last 12 going into this. I'll happily cop these 3 points any way